Have you ever opened your laptop, looked at your homework, or stared at a project and suddenly felt like clearing your room, checking your phone? You know the work is important. You know you should start. But somehow your brain says, let's do it later. Why does this happen? Are you lazy? Actually, no. The brain is following a psychological pattern almost everyone experiences. Today, let's understand why your brain hates starting work and how you can trick it into getting things done. Here's something surprising. Most people don't hate working, they hate starting. Think about the last time you watched a movie. Was pressing the play button difficult? Not really. But starting a difficult assignment that feels impossible. Why? Because before you begin, your brain imagines all the effort ahead. It thinks, this will take hours. This is going to be hard. What if I fail? All these questions will raise into your mind. Then the task looks much bigger in your mind than it actually is. Our brains evolved thousands of years ago. Back then, energy was precious. People had to hunt for food and survive danger situations. So, your brain developed one important habit: save energy when possible. Even today, your brain follows the same rule. When it sees a task that needs concentration, learning, or problem solving, it thinks this will use a lot of energy. So instead of helping you start, it pushes you toward easier activities like scrolling on social media, watching videos, eating snacks. These activities give quick pleasure with every little effort. Your brain loves that. Another reason is called uncertainty. Imagine you have to write an essay. You don't know how long it will take. You don't know if it will be good. You don't know where to begin. Your brain doesn't like uncertainty. Whenever something feels unclear, your brain treats it like a small threat. Instead of facing it, it chooses to avoid it. That's why you delay, not because you are lazy. And the psychologists often describe this as task initiation resistance. Starting a task creates mental resistance because your brain compares two choices. Choice 1: do the difficult work now. Choice 2: get instant pleasure by doing something easy. Guess which one wins? Most of the time, the easy one, right? That's why you suddenly feel like checking notifications, making coffee, or organizing your desk. Brain is trying to delay the uncomfortable beginnings. Here's the amazing part. Once you actually start, the resistance becomes much smaller. Have you noticed this? Sometimes you force yourself to study for just 5 minutes and suddenly you have been studying for 30 minutes. Why? Because starting is the hardest part. Once your brain realizes, oh, this is not bad as I expected, it stops fighting. Momentum takes over. So, how do you beat this? Don't tell yourself, I'm going to study for 3 hours. Instead, say, I'll study for 2 minutes. That's it, 2 minutes. Anyone can do something for 2 minutes. For example, if you want to read a book, don't say, I will read 20 pages. Instead, say that I will read just one page. So once you start, one page becomes three, three becomes 10. An hour later, you made real progress. The difference was not intelligence, it was simply getting started. Your brain no longer feels threatened. Once you have started, continuing becomes much easier. This is why many successful people focus on starting, not finishing. Because once you start, your brain stops fighting, momentum takes over, and that's when real progress begins. If you have learned something new today, don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more interesting videos. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, bye.